Mr. Niche, Andy Santor, Mill Creek Golf Course. Thanks for coming today. I'm going to show you a split screen comparison of two videos we took today. The video on the right is earlier in the session before we had made any comments. And you can see I have some lines and a line and some arrows drawn. Here we're going to go into our backswing and you'll see how much lateral or sideways or how much of a swaying motion we have there on our backswing. You know, we talked about the importance of rotating our bodies in the golf swing and how important that is, not only to generate club head speed, but in order to keep the golf club square in our backswing and more importantly to square it up in our downswing. Now, anytime we have sideways or lateral motion like that on our backswing, we need to have sideways and lateral motion on our downswing. And you know, when our body is moving in the direction that I have these arrows pointing in this video, it's going to be very hard for our body to rotate. And there we'll go into a finish, and you can even see there how when we finish, our weight is still on our back foot because our back foot is still completely on the ground. Now I'm going to look at the video on the left, and you could already see this is a practice swing, but what I had you do here is I had you put your right foot behind your left foot and got you in a closed stance, or in your case, your stance right of the target. And you know, you also wanted to know how to draw the ball. You know, that's in your case how you're going to do that. But more importantly, what this makes you do is this forces you to internally rotate your right hip or your trail hip, and because of that, you get your body rotated there. And we have you doing this is a rehearsal on our backswing. You can see how much more rotational motion there is there as opposed to lateral motion. And then we're going to actually go and hit a golf ball, and you're going to see there'll be some lateral motion, but not nearly as much as we had in our earlier video. We're going to go into our backswing, get these two to match, and you can see, you know, there's still some lateral motion, but not nearly as much, and because of that, you can see how much better our upper body got turned, and in turn we got better internal rotation on our trail hip or our right hip. And because of that, there's going to be less lateral motion in our downswing and more rotational motion. And we're going to finish with our weight, much more of our weight onto our left side. You can see, you know, our right heel is off the ground in the video on the left, where on the video on the right, our right foot is still flat on the ground. So, once again, all those drills that I gave you today are to improve your rotation in your golf swing in both directions, more specifically in your backswing. You know, that gets internal hip rotation in that trail hip on our right hip. And the one drill I even gave you, I know, was to get our body to rotate with extension, because we mentioned how you have a difficult time extending your arms and your thoracic spine. So work on those drills that I gave you, and we'll see you soon.